Australia is a really old country, both before colonization and after colonization. Ever since colonization happened, vines were part of the colony. Naturally in Australia, we have very old, fuddy-duddy, classic wineries, but then we've got the new kids on the block turning shit up and down, and we're about to try old school versus new school. We're gonna see what the kids are up to. Do the old people actually know what they're talking about, or is the game changed now because these young whippersnappers are doing something really exciting? Let's taste the wines.
All right, I am back and we are looking at old school versus new school. 3 of Australia's oldest wineries against 3 plucky upstarts. Let's delve into it.
Wine number 1.
Ooh, looking like a nice, crispy, lean little white wine.
It is, wow. Okay, but decidedly, I would say, if I'm looking at these first 2 wines here, which one do you think looks like the new school and the old school?
It's like smoky. It's got this like cool little green apple thing going on.
Semillon energy here, definitely.
Very delicate, very fine, very pretty. This is a leaner example of Chardonnay likely.
It's fun. Oh, it's like racy as well. It's got this nice little spice to it, which I really enjoy.
Lemon balmy, lemon pithy. So immediately I'm thinking Tyrrell's. And it certainly tastes like it. This has got to be Tyrrell's Semillon.
How did you know that?
Very tight. Slight amount of vegetal sort of herbaceousness to this. Kind of leads me down the path of Semillon.
You know what? This could be Semillon. This is like really classic, easy drinking, fun white wine.
Yeah, it's great. I really love it. Yeah, I want 6. I'm happy to pay $40.
I think it's a little bit quiet. I'll be honest, I don't entirely love. I would pay around about $35 a bottle for it, and I would buy 3 bottles.
I'd buy that for like $30, and I'd probably get like 3.
Let's delve into this. Wine number 2. Oh, okay.
And this is one of Australia's oldest wineries making this. I will eat my hat.
Wild, dude. It's like smelling a soy sauce packet.
Oh, it's very interesting though. Very kind of like woody, very spiced.
It smells like fresh carrots. Like as in like you've just pulled open the crisper drawer in your fridge.
It's like cloudy apple juice kind of character to it, which I really like.
Oh my lord, it's like zippy acid, really fun structure as well. Again, green apples.
Oh, like there is a power to the sour.
Great texture, like both the kind of phenolic tannic structure mixed with this kind of like oiliness, I really, really appreciate.
I think it's Riesling. I think that this is probably around like $50 a bottle, and I'd get 2. I'd show this to wine nerds. I'd be like, hey, I got this interesting bottle. Like, this is kind of fun. What do you think it is? This is wicked.
It defines the palate a little bit too much for me. I would spend around about $35 and I would also buy 3.
Citrusy, like kind of like calamansi lime, and which I really enjoy. I'm gonna get another half dozen. I'm just gonna think it's another Hunter Sem.
Wine number 2 rocks.
Wine number 3 and 4. Bit more gold, bit more rich. Feels like it's gonna be Chardonnay.
Oh, that smells amazing.
Fun, peaches, like figs, lots of stone fruit.
Oh, this is really cool. Like cracked wheat, kind of apricottiness.
Feels like you are smelling like candied fairy floss.
Pineapple. It's tropical fruit paradise, baby.
Oh, I love this. What a beautiful waxy texture.
Damn, that's good. I love the texture. I love the aroma. This wine delivers and delivers and delivers. I can still actually taste it. And for that reason alone, I'm already buying 12. I think this is a very, very, very good wine.
I could drink heaps of this. I'm on 12. I'm gonna go $40 again.
I'm paying $40.
And I would be willing to part with $55 a bottle for it. I think it's absolutely cracking example.
And then wine number 4, a little bit more pale, a little bit more crystal clear.
Number 4. This feels like Sauvignon Blanc. Although Sauvignon Blanc for many people means many things. It could be passion fruit and like cat's pierces. For me though, it's actually this sort of burnt sage and pineapple skin thing that kind of gives it away for me.
This reminds me of Sauvignon Blanc.
This feels pretty classic. Stone fruit quality again, but more apple. Bit
playful, pretty muted palate, like very broad, completely inoffensive, straight up and down.
And I think number 4 might be new school, funnily enough. It's got a bit more intrigue, a bit more interest.
Very baseline, like simple manufactured wine. It's got great texture, the acidity's there. It's just, I'm not particularly taken by the quality of it. I'll grab 1 bottle. I want to pay $28.
I'm paying $60. I'm going for it.
I'd spend $30 a bottle for that, and I would buy like 3 bottles.
It feels just like generic white winey. It's kind of like cut, copy, paste. Not for me, not for me.
The last 2, jumping into red territory. These actually look almost identical.
Look at the color. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is a menagerie of forest berries.
Straight off the bat, I'm seeing this sort of raspberry seed.
Peppery, a lot of like capsicum going on, so I think this is Cabernet.
It could be Syrah, likely Grenache.
Absolutely scrumptious. Love the juiciness. Love the fruit profile. Love that spices, nice cracked pepper thing.
It's spicy. It's got this peppery element to it. There's a little bit of that vegetalness coming through.
Brilliant, lovely, muted, but not in a boring way.
Really lovely tannins.
Sloshes and runs sort of quite flowing and slow along the palate.
Give me some Syrah energy. I really like it. 6 for me, 35.
I'm definitely paying $35 a bottle, and I'm getting 3.
Good wine, great wine. Would drop $55 a bottle for it, and I'd buy 12.
And then wine number 6. A little bit paler, a little bit prettier.
This looks like Pinot and smells like Pinot.
Genuinely, it's like if you opened up one of the like black pepper grinders, this is kind of what it's like.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. Whew. This is like Rhone Valley style Syrah.
I think this is Cabernet as well. I think that this is new school.
Oh, that's stunning.
Wow, very impressive. Both very, very impressive wines. I would pay the same amount. I would buy 12.
I'd pay $32 for this. I definitely would.
I am happy to grab 12 of that for $80. I just think that is a beautiful wine. Ripping lineup of little old versus new. Happy with that.
Hopefully got it right. Let's see what the guys think.
Gentlemen, the old school. The new school.
The new school.
The old crones that just won't hand over their land to the young kids, to the kids saying, I can't afford a house. I'm gonna make some wine. Maybe that'll work.
I think I have distinct guesses as to which ones were which. I thought I would be quite one-sided and I flip-flopped. I definitely have a clear winner for my sort of like wine of lineup.
I agree.
Yeah.
I have a clear winner for wine of lineup as well.
Yeah, so I have a clear winner for wine of lineup, but I had no fucking idea what was going on the entire time. I was very confused by the premise. So I'm really excited to actually hear what you guys thought, because I had no idea.
Wine number 1 and wine number 2. Mm-hmm. So, because these were tasted in pairs, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
One, two. Yeah, may as well just put one and two in front of us. I like that. It's good.
Cool.
Wine number 1. Oh man, this is the definition of like old school classic here, surely.
I thought this was, totally.
100%.
Yeah.
This is the old school thing.
Oh, cool. Oh, great.
We aligned on that because like that is,
If that's an old school, I'm like, who is it? Like, who is doing that?
How old school is old school? Because technically that would be an older school style. Like,
Yeah, not in this
Are we
country.
splitting hairs? Definitely not in this country, no. Because
Right, so I was like looking at this and I was like, no one would ever choose to make this kind of wine. Only someone whose dad made this kind of wine.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Okay.
I made it because my dad made it.
So the way that I did this, I did choose a favorite between the two.
Yeah, okay.
But in terms of paying and drinking for both of these wines, I would pay $35 and only buy 3 of each. I was not particularly stoked.
I was a little bit higher than you. I'm like between $40 and $38 and I wanted 6 of each, because I actually quite like both of these.
Yeah, look, I had a clear favorite too. Mine was 30 and 50. I thought one of them like demonstrated maybe a bit more work and a bit more money.
Yeah.
But I got 3 and 2.
Just have a stab at what you thought they were.
Tyrrell Semillon.
That's where I went.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I wrote down Semillon, genuinely.
Yeah.
Wrote down Semillon, then crossed it out and wrote Riesling. So
The other wine had this herbaceousness and a sourness to it. And I regret to say that my favorite of the two was actually wine number 1.
Yeah, well, I actually like this. I like this more.
Yeah, I like
this
that more
I
too.
thought it was a really good wine.
All right, so shall we figure out what they are?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Tyrrell's and
Admiral Ackbar. It's a
Ackbar.
trap! 100% Semillon. Yeah.
2 Semillons.
2 Semillons,
Yeah.
2 different styles. This one's 12% alcohol. That's high in the Hunter Valley for Semillon. This is 10.5. That's about normal. Made in the Quarry Ridge Mountain from Kilmore in Victoria.
that
Cool.
is a 2018 vintage.
Yeah, that's why it doesn't taste amazing, which is it's in the fucking Casper zone.
It's a 6-year-old white wine.
Yeah.
It's just
it just doesn't taste like that at all.
Yeah.
mind
The
bending.
window is
Yeah.
only just opening.
So number 2,
I
bracket
think-
number 2.
Yeah.
3 and 4.
I could not be further apart on these 2 wines. I could not be further apart on my
Yep.
enjoyment of these 2 wines.
Yep, agree.
Wine number 1, fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Amazing texture, beautiful. Wine number 2, there is 0 personality to this whatsoever.
Fuck, I'm exactly the opposite.
Really?
Really? Am I?
Looking at your notes, it looks like you're on the first one.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Man, I had no idea what was going on with this entire thing. I was lost.
This is
at
my
sea.
wine lineup.
Oh, okay.
I adore this.
Oh my
This
god,
is
it's
like,
so
there's-
boring.
There's nothing interesting I could find about this. Now, this is the thing, so I don't know which one's the upstart though. I would assume it would be this.
100%, which is like, it feels like it's been well fermented, it's got more texture, it's got more complexity.
When you said The Accountant, I thought you meant the Ben Affleck film The
No,
Accountant.
No, that's the Ben Affleck film, The Accountant.
Okay, so it looks really like simple up front, but actually it kills people and it's awesome. But no, okay, clearly not. I definitely thought that wine number 3 was the better wine by my number.
55 and 12,
Yeah.
30 and 3.
I was 12 and 40 and 1 and 28.
I had 6 and 40
Oh,
and
yeah.
2 and 60.
Okay, there we go.
All right, well, let's see.
Go on. We have Craft Gruner, and then Tahbilk Marsanne.
Okay.
Again.
This is the second time that this fucking wine has made me think it's expensive when it's not expensive. And it's because of its oak profile. And I'm always like, it must be expensive because there's a shit ton of oak.
I'm so impressed with this wine.
These guys
I've
make
never seen that
These
better.
make the best. These guys make the best Gruner in the country. Sorry, Hundorf Hill, but
They do a very good
it's
job.
craft.
Yeah.
It's just craft. They make the best Gruner in Australia. It's
And
so
how much is
It's
it?
so good.
$33.
Get out
and
of
this
town.
one is $19.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no,
that's-
that can actually get out of town. And that can get out of town and into my mouth.
Yeah.
So this was one each for the upstarts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously.
So far,
Yep.
we're a little biased.
Yeah, we're so biased. Like,
There we are.
okay. Anyways.
Now this was harder. This last one was harder to determine who was the upstart and who was the traditionalist.
I really like both of these wines. I
same.
really like both of these wines. Wine number 6 is my absolute wine lineup. That is incredible wine.
It was, for me, I went Grenache Pinot. I like them both. I paid 55 and bought 12 of both. Same amount, and the one that pipped it for me was the Pinot because of the structure.
I thought that was Syrah.
You thought that was Syrah?
It's super meaty. It's super
Yeah.
peppery and like olivey and like spicy.
Yeah, it's like white pepper, man.
If that ain't Pinot, I should be kicked off the show.
I think number 3 was the one I bought the most of, so
Yeah, okay.
it's kind of self-evident it's the one in the lineup for
really
me,
like that too.
but I really loved both of these, and I was paying like mid-30s for both of them and taking 3 or 4.
For wine number 5, I was paying 35 and I wanted 6. For number 6, I was at 12 and $80. Yeah, 100%. I think it's an amazing one.
Let's
Okay.
check it out.
Mencia.
Yeah.
Manthea.
So this is the upstart.
Oh, mate, I'm kicked off the show.
Yeah! Let's go! Get out of here! Yay!
Oh, yeah.
Well done.
Syrah from
That's
Geelong. How good.
So Oliver Taranga is the young start. Sorry, I think I just said that they were the young people, but I just know.
Both of these are upstarts.
Well, no, or like the vineyard is
Yeah,
old.
is old.
Probably the family
I mean-
farming is old. Karina is a young, like changing shit up and like doing some really interesting thing to that label.
These guys are unsung.
They
They've won
just-
some pretty big awards recently.
Yeah, they were like top 20 or something in like the Halliday. The Halliday was top 20 like winery in the country. But I haven't had much of the Mulline wines, which is wild because we share a distributor.
Wow.
But that's fucking beautiful,
For
Syrah.
$35 as well.
Unreal.
I have not seen
buckles.
Syrah look like that before. Just period.
Just like the prettiness, the elegance. It's just that meaty, spicy. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
fucking
Mate, for 35 schmeckles, that's an absolute steal. That's an absolute winner. But how much is this guy? 32? Nah, go on. I'm having that one. I'm having the Mencia every single day of the week, twice on Sunday. Like, great, and I love it, but there's too much like capsicum pepper going on for me to like really enjoy a bulk amount of it.
I want 12 of these over 7 years, kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. Like, I'd lay that down and like see how it develops. Like, I want to treat this like the child I love, but I want to treat this like the child I hate. Like, I want to just like punch it in the face. You know,
You were about to say spank.
just let's
You were
not go
sorry.
into it. Let's not. Let's not. Ah!
Gruner for one a lineup.
Gruner.
Kaipo, no, sorry, K1. Fucking, it might be. It is a K1
It's
vineyard. It's a
Quipto.
K1
Kaipo,
vineyard.
yeah.
So it's a K1
K1
vineyard. Craft Gruner. Get amongst it for $30. Get
Absolutely.
out of town.
Wow.
Right. Line up. Upstarts.
Enjoy. I hope you enjoyed Brendan's last episode.
Yeah. Brendan is now officially kicked off the show, so bye.
See ya. Yeet.